guys, it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today, my mom and I'm super excited. We are going to see Morgan Matson. We're going to, why does my blush look so insane today? I think I need to fix that. Oh, I just kicked my cat. Sorry. Is it going down? Does that look better? What was I saying? My mom and I are going to see Morgan Matson today. We're going to a book signing at the same bookstore that I went to for Obsidio back in March. And I'm so excited. I love Morgan Matson. I love her books. I love her on Instagram. Also, I'm pretty sure she's bringing donuts to all of her signings. I could be down for a donut, but I'm just like in my pajamas still. I'm waiting for my mom to come by and pick me up. She has some of my laundry and then I can get dressed and we're going to head out. It's raining and I'm really bummed. We have to walk a couple blocks from the parking garage to the store and I'm kind of upset that it's raining so hard today. I also have a fully charged cell phone today, so it's not gonna die on me. It's gonna be so much fun. Woo! Yes. I will see you guys in a little bit when we are at the bookstore. I want that one right there. Looks tasty. No, the one, no, down. The chocolate one. This one? Yeah. The cake donut. Yeah.
Without any further ado, Miss Morgan.
Having me here, her sister's wedding rolls around. Charlie knows it's the perfect opportunity to get all her siblings back in the house again, to try and make things feel like it used to when everyone was still there. And all she wants is to make this the perfect wedding weekend for her sister. Unfortunately, the weekend is turning into an absolute disaster. There's uninvited guests, there's an alarm that won't stop going off, there's a dog who shows up that no one was expecting, there's a missing tuxedo, and Charlie's long-term crush, Jessie Foster, is suddenly back in town. Got the first little bit of the idea for Save the Date while I was working on The Unexpected Everything. In The Unexpected Everything, there's a character named Palmer, who's one of the main character's Andy's best friends. And she's the youngest of 5 siblings. And in the first 2 drafts of that book, I kept writing about Palmer's 4 brothers and sisters. A lot about them. I was like, Ivy, Josh, and Megan, and Fitz. And they had all these stories, they had all this stuff. And my editor was like, are we ever gonna meet these characters? I was like, oh no. And he's like, are they important to the plot? And I was like, not at all. Maybe you shouldn't learn so much about your main character's friends, older siblings, who we never meet. He's like, okay, maybe. He's like, this book is really long enough already, we don't need this. But I think it was the first indication that I was really fascinated by this family dynamic and the idea of someone being the youngest sibling in a big family and having a large age gap between some of them. So I sort of tucked that away in the back of my mind. And another thing I wanted to focus on in this book is the time period is really different than my other books. So this book takes place over 3 days, and my last 3 books have all taken place over 3 months. So it was beginning to be where I was I just felt like it was a format I really understood, and it was something I was really comfortable and used to. Sort of oh, okay, 4th of July is kind of the middle, and I know where we are in the story, and I kind of wanted to shake it up and try something a little bit different. All my books share a town in common, the town of Sandwich, Connecticut, so I do get to thread things through, and it's really fun when people haven't read my books in order, if they've read them out of order, and then reread them and they're like, wait, what? This was here the whole time? It's more than just a cameo in this one, because I feel in my past books it's been people run into someone at a diner, or they see them at a pizza restaurant, and you just sort of get a little glimpse. In this, the characters you meet actually have real scenes with the other people. And one of the characters is present at a really climactic moment, and sort of their presence kind of impacts this moment. I've never had a book with spoilers before, and now I'm have to be very careful on how I talk about this. So that was really fun, because when I came up with an idea for why it felt organic and why all these people would be in this room together, it wouldn't feel oh, what are you doing here? Look, there they are. I was really excited about it, and usually on my timeline, the books take place a year different. So in Unexpected Everything, you find out that it's been a year since you've been gone, and that. And then this one is almost 2 years after Unexpected Everything. So I guess I just told you who we're gonna meet. But so you find out more things have the time to change. So it was sort of a fun moment of it wasn't just one. It's almost 2 years later and things have happened. But So that was really fun. And then there's sort of like a little quick one. It's just kind of like a quick little mention that some people haven't gotten. And so I'm like, oh, maybe this was too fast. But then other people picked up on it, so it's like, okay, I guess this is fine. I actually think Amy and Roger would be the best movie because I feel like road movies are such like a staple. And there's always like new characters coming in. Like most of my books are like the same people over a summer eating lots of meals together and talking. Like there's not necessarily like a lot of drama inherent, but I feel like you put like two people in a car together and like you keep introducing new characters and like they have a place to get to. Like I think that could be, and like visually I think it would be a lot more interesting than like we're in the same town in Connecticut. We haven't moved and we're not going to. Early on, right when Amy and Roger came out, I was talking to a film agent about it and I was like, oh, it's like a road trip with these two people. And he's like, oh, do they like not get along and there's like sparks flying in the car and they're like fighting? And I was like, oh no, they're very polite to each other and they don't really talk a lot at the beginning and they're just kind of, she's like thinking her thoughts and they're kind of driving along in silence and then they very slowly begin to open up to each other and then, you know, eventually they become friends. And he was like, huh, I feel like since you've been gone, it's great too, because that's all about like friends hanging out together, like having sort of like a carefree summer. I feel like Save the Date, this is tricky. I mean, oh my gosh, why is this even, this is, Save the Date is Speak Now. I mean, it's like a wedding with like things going wrong and like unexpected stuff happening. Amy and Roger, I need a minute with that. Oh, Second Chance Summer is totally, I think it's a combination of like Ronan and The Best Day, because it's like the song that makes you cry the most. Like I hear like the first 3 notes of Ronan, I'm like, oh, why? But it's also like the parent stuff, so that's like a combo. Oh, and I feel like Unexpected Everything is mine, because that's all about like someone who has like a lot of walls up and like slowly breaking them down. And like, oh, it's like a careful man's careless daughter, careless man's careful daughter, so like it all fits. I am in Roger. This is really tricky. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I'm trying to like pull. Yeah, I'm trying to like pull together a lot of thoughts for that one. Maybe it's our song because it's like sitting in a car with someone. You know what I mean? Like with the windows rolled down and like, and it's all about music with them. Yeah, people have sent me like pictures and videos of them like on Twitter crying, and they're like, "I hope you're happy now." I'm like,
"How about it? You came downstairs and you're like, what is wrong?"
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I thought you were sisters.
Oh wow! Thanks.
I have to remember to sign the right name here. I've definitely signed it wrong before. Well, someone once gave me a stack with all 10 of the books, but all mixed in. So it went like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I was like, after 2, I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I need to like separate them.
I put it on top, but hopefully
yeah, that's really helpful. It's like when you get them like one after another. So did one of you read them first and tell the other one, or?
Yeah, I read that one first, and then convinced her to read them after that.
Oh, that makes me so happy. My, it was one of my mother's friends, her book group read it. And then I got to like Skype in with them, and it was all these like 65-year-old ladies, and I was like, hi, let's talk about the book. It was so fun. Because I think they just read it because I was like Jane's daughter, and they were like, gonna support me and buy 12 copies. But it was like actually like a really fun conversation. Like we had a really good time.
I mean, even though they're geared towards younger audience, there's still things that you can resonate with and remember from when you were that age, or
yeah. And I think some of them like really liked sort of getting like a little peek sort of into a book they normally wouldn't have picked up.
Yep.
So it was really fun. But they were like drinking their wine. It was just like, oh my gosh. These are not like the normal book clubs I talk to where they're like 16 years old.
That one's actually my favorite.
This one?
Yeah, because when I was in high school, we had a group of 4 best friends too.
That was me and my friends. There were actually 6 of us. And my editor was like, you can't have this many characters.
So I was reading it, and none of them read, but I was sending them little like snippets of it saying like, this reminds me of us.
Well, that was the thing, is because I'd never written a friend group, and like it was such an important part of my high school experience. Like I'm still friends with all these girls, and we're like godmothers to each other's children. It's just like we've all been to each other's wedding. It's like a big. It's not like these friendships like go away.
Right.
But like what happened with the friends in Unexpected Everything happened with the 2 girls in my friend group.
Same
and, like
with
they're
ours.
not friends anymore, and they don't. It was just like one basically left the group, and the other one stayed. It was just like, you know. It's just, and when people like get upset at that ending, I'm like, this happens so much. Like it's just like part of the thing.
We had a similar thing in our friend group, and trying to get through it was really hard too.
It's like a really, especially like on that cusp when people are like leaving for college, and it's easy to like sort of never speak to someone again if you like don't want to. And
hey guys, so it is much later in the evening. I've been home for quite a while, but I just kind of forgot that I needed to show you the books. That's what we're going to do right now. Most of the books that I got at the event today are signed the exact same way, but 2 of them are just a little bit different, so I'm going to show you them very, very quickly. The first one I have here is Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend by Katie Finn. This is under her like pseudonym name, and she was like, oh my gosh, you have a Katie Finn book. Like, she got really excited, and then she was saying, I have to remember how to sign this correctly and make sure that I write it correctly, because I guess in past signings she's definitely signed it wrong, she said. And so she was like, I gotta like concentrate here for a second. So it says, to Jordan with all my best, XOXO, Katie Finn. And then this one, oh, my arms are already getting tired and we just started this. Life is all about the detours. Ain't that the truth? My whole life's been a detour. These all are signed the exact same way. Chan Summer is to Jordan with all my best, Morgan Matson. Why am I doing this with my left hand? To Jordan with all my best, Morgan Matson. This one's my favorite book. This one like really stuck out to me. To Jordan with all my best, Morgan Matson. This one just like brings back so many memories from high school, and I loved it, and it was so nostalgic, and this is my favorite book of hers. It's such a hard thing to say because I love all of them. And then obviously the whole reason that we were there today was for Save the Date, which is her new book. I like how it has like this coppery rose gold foily text on it. It's really pretty. And this one says, to, I almost whipped that in my face, to Jordan, all my best, Morgan Matson. And this one also is a first printing, and all of her first printings are already signed. So this one's double signed. Like, there's another like page in here. My mom's copy, she was like, oh my god, you have a really early copy, because it was signed in pen, and it was in her like entire name, like really perfectly spelled out and written. She was like, I gave up on that really quick. My mom doesn't care that much, but I thought it was really cool. And she also gave us these Save the Date stickers, and they're so cute. They have like dogs on them and a koala. She read us a little sample of the book, and it was like a scene about Australia, and so we learned a little about why there's a koala. I'm really, really excited to read this book. Heard this one is kind of like Father of the Bride, and I loved Father of the Bride as a kid growing up. I haven't seen it in a very, very long time, but I loved that movie as a kid, so I'm really excited that this book has some of those vibes. And she was also saying that it was really challenging of her to write a book in 3 days as opposed to 3 months. She had originally included like Thursday through Sunday, but her book was like around 800 pages when she submitted it, and her editor was like, no, you need to cut out Thursday. She cut out Thursday, and then the book went back in and it ended up being like 100 pages longer, and he was like, you cut out a whole day, how did you end up with a longer book? You know, it was a really fun day. My mom came with me and she had a really great time, and I kind of had to force her. She was like, I don't really want to go. I'm like, just come. Morgan Matson actually featured us on her Instagram stories, which was super cool. Mom into the books, and I was like, just come with me, you're gonna have a good time, like just stop complaining. And she actually thanked me and said that she had a wonderful time and that I was right. This is a really classy shot with my cat food and the cat litter, the cat box in the background. This is just professional. There's not a good situation. Do you want to see luggage? Do you want to see the cat box? Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I will talk to you very soon. Bye.